Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, in this video we are going to remember those magical words, those attractive and beautiful, extremely beautiful words. For example, can you give an example? Or is it all right if you give an example? Do you mind? Do you mind if you give an example? Or would you mind if you gave an example? Yes, would you mind if you gave an example? Would it be all right? Yes, would it be all right if you gave an example? Of course, they are really important and appealing. I mean, they are attractive to everyone. I hope, including all children and adults. Okay. Yes, I think we have already, yes, we have, I am sure, not I think, I am sure, we have studied them. And in fact, we talked about them in elementary level and then in intermediate level. Now, finally, at an advanced level, let's talk about those excellent, those fantastic expressions, fantastic words. Yes, words of expressing, of course, politeness, kindness. Okay, hello, welcome back again. Yes, for example, let's start with this. The gift says, do you mind giving me a minute? Do you mind giving me a minute? Okay. Do you mind mentioning? Do you mind mentioning the implementation plan again? No, of course not. Of course, I don't mind it. Okay, no problem. Go on. You can do it. Yeah. Okay. From concept to implementation, from concept to reality, or from theory to practice. Of course, implementation, there is an implementation plan to do something. It has steps and how to develop and launch and optimize the best user experience. First of all, produce guidelines. Second, develop and launch final service. Deploy a measurement framework. Continue to learn and iterate, update in line with expert guidelines, etc., etc. Maybe it will be helpful for our vocabulary. Okay, the gift says, would you mind doing some? Would you mind doing, having? Would you mind saying that again? Would you mind saying that again? Yes. Would you mind repeating it? Would you mind repeating it? Yeah, they are really practical. Would you mind explaining just the result again? Would you mind explaining just the result again? No, not at all. It's okay. No, I don't mind. Okay. Yes, especially for questions and negative answers. Okay. Okay. Yes. Trip 5. Do you mind if I explain the situation? Do you mind if I explain the problem? No, I don't mind it. No, I don't is enough. Right? Yes. No, I don't. Only in questions and negatives. Yes, they are used only in questions and negatives, but not in positive sentence such as, yes, I do mind, for example. Yes, I mind. Okay. Let's read the dialogue. I don't mind hearing different opinions. I don't mind hearing different opinions. What about you? Yes, I also don't mind. I also don't mind hearing different opinions, and I love viewing things and events from different perspectives. Is it all right if I learn your perspective on life? Is it all right if I learn your perspective on economy, on education, on tourism, on sports? Okay. Okay, all right. Dialogue one. I don't mind being alone. Do you mind being alone? No, I don't. No, I don't mind it. No, I don't mind being alone. Two. Either, sorry. No, I don't mind being alone either. I don't mind their talking here. Yeah, this is also possible. Do you see the difference? I don't mind talking here. Okay, I don't mind talking here. I don't mind your talking here. I don't mind their talking here. I don't mind his or her talking here. Okay, I don't mind talking here, but I don't mind your talking here too, for example. Do you mind my sleeping here? Do you mind, for example, do you mind sleeping here? No, I don't mind it. But do you mind my sleeping here? My sleeping here? No, I don't mind it either. Go ahead. Yeah. I don't mind them. So mind somebody doing something. I don't mind them talking here. Okay. I don't mind them talking here. Do you mind me sleeping here? No, of course not. No, actually, I don't mind. I don't mind your sleeping here. But if yes, yes, actually, I do is enough, I think, because I do here means I mind it. I am annoyed by it. It annoys me, something like this. Can I help you? That's very kind of you. Thank you. That's very considerate of you. Thank you. That's very gracious of you. Thank you. Of course, this is a complete sentence. A just says, can I help you? B says, that's very kind of you. Thank you. That's very considerate of you. Thank you. That's very gracious of you. Thank you. Or that's very polite of you. Thank you. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Maybe there are more than this group of phrases. Okay. They are really beautiful. I like it very much when I hear somebody using those expressions. Okay. Would it be all right? Would it be all right if I were the volunteer for the job? Would it be all right? Would it be all right if I were the if I were the volunteer for the job, or would it be all right if I volunteer to drive the car? Volunteer is both noun as a person and verb. Would it be all right if I volunteer to drive the car? Okay. Would it be all right if you gave us an example? Yeah. Is it all right? Of course, it is also beautiful, but this is, I think, more beautiful, much more beautiful. Would it be all right if you gave us an example? Is it all right if you give us? Is it all right if you give us an example? Yeah, very gentle. Is it all right if you give us an example, or would it be all right if you gave us an example? Okay. Now the professor, lecturer says, let me give you, let me give you an example of this. So they can't, uh, they can't stop themselves uh, from replying that kind of question uh, negatively. So they can positively, so they can't stop themselves from replying or responding that kind of question positively. Absolutely, they answer positively like this. Yes, let me give you an example of this. Yes, they are, as you know, can I or could I? Could I could always works in English. Okay, good. Could I come in? Could you ask a question? Okay. Can you give an example? Can you give an example? Is it all right if I learn your perspective on education? Would it be all right if I learn your approach towards education? Is it all right? Would it be all right? Is it all right if I learn? Would it be all right if I learn? Yes. Is it all right if I... Now, do you mind if I explain the situation? For example, do you mind if I explain the situation? Would you mind if I explained the situation? Of course not. Of course, no. No, I don't mind. Now, cartoon, do you mind if I smoke? I don't mind if you burn. I do if you smoke, but I don't mind if you burn it. Yeah, burn it down. Yeah, something like this. Okay, do you mind if I attend? Do you mind if I attend? Present tense. Yeah. Do you mind if I attend the meeting? But would you mind if I attended? Just like the function of second type of if clause. Would you mind if I attended the meeting? Okay, excuse me, do you mind? Yeah. Excuse me, do you mind if I come in? Excuse me, do you mind if I open the window? Excuse me, do you mind if I enter the room? Enter the compartment? Okay, would you mind if we asked you? Would you mind? Okay, would you mind if we asked you a few questions? Okay. Dialogue 2, Ayhan wouldn't mind if we were riding a horse now. Would you mind if we were riding our horses together? No, of course not. Well, I'm entering the classroom yesterday morning. Yeah, this is also interesting. Kind of, not kind of, it's the way that we use to talk about the past as if we are talking about the present, like this. Well, yesterday, I am entering the classroom yesterday morning, and a surveyor stops me at the door and starts asking two personal questions. So, how was your first day at school yesterday? What did you do yesterday at school? Well, I go to school very early, and somebody approaches me and he's telling me that he will take me to the library, and he's saying that he will introduce a new friend to me there, etc., etc. So we also talk about the past by using present and present continuous tenses. Okay, the present tense to express past. The present tenses are also used to tell what happened to you in the past in spoken English, just like this. Yeah, instead of saying I entered the classroom, yesterday, instead of saying like this, we say, well, I am entering the classroom yesterday morning, and a surveyor stops me and starts asking two personal questions about living in the countryside and living in the rural areas or in the urban areas. Okay. Now let's remember those expressions, either or. Either Melih or Semih brought the watermelon. Either of them brought the watermelon. but I am not sure about which of them. Who brought the coconut? Either George or Robert brought the coconut. I am not sure about which of them. Okay, what can we buy? We can buy either a coconut or a pineapple. We can buy either a watermelon or a mango. Or we can buy either one watermelon or 3 mangoes. Neither Turu nor Tuğçe found us. Both of them are wrong. Neither of them found us. Neither of them is right. Tamer or Burcu sent an email message. Neither Tamer nor Burcu sent an email message. Neither of them sent an email message. Caner was interested in either what I said. Sorry, Caner was interested in neither what I said nor how I spoke. Was Faruk aware of what he brought or how he brought the parcel? No, unfortunately, he was not aware of what he brought or how he brought the parcel. No, my brother isn't eager to stop talking in theaters. My sisters aren't eager to stop talking in theaters. What about the structure? Verb and subject agreement. Neither my brother nor my sisters are eager to stop talking in theaters. But if we start with the plural subject, for example, neither my sisters nor my brother is eager to stop talking in theaters. Okay. The people were not friendly. The people were not considerate. So the people were neither friendly nor considerate. Both and. This is also a speech pattern. For example, both Selim and Kerime have bought a mobile phone each. Neither of them has bought a computer. Both of them have bought a mobile phone each. Has only Yasin blown any? No. Both Yasin and Serdar, have blown NA each. Okay. Just like both and, this is also very practical. Not only, but also, you know them, of course, we have studied all of them, in fact. This is just to remember them again. Okay. Not only Gökhan, but also Furkan can take pictures, or both Gökhan and Furkan can take pictures. Can Ali or Ayşe learn English? Both Ali and Ayşe can learn English, or not only Ali, but also Ayşe can learn English. Can Furkan dance halay only neatly? Furkan can dance halay not only neatly, but also beautifully. Mahmut both manufactures and markets kites. Yeah, Mahmut both manufactures and markets, both verb and verb. Mahmut not only manufactures, but he also markets kites. Not only does Mahmut manufacture, but he also markets kites. Okay, this is really advanced level. Not only does Mahmut manufacture, but he also markets kites. Not only does Mahmut manufacture, but also he markets kites. Or This is also a practical way. Not only does Mahmut manufacture, but he markets kites as well. Dialogue 9. Rıdvan not only must be careful, but he must also keep fit to do judo. Can Onur only take photos? Onur not only can take photos, but he can also draw pictures to be a painter. Okay, talking slowly doesn't offend me. Talking slowly doesn't annoy me. Singing slowly doesn't offend me. Neither talking loudly. Neither talking slowly nor singing slowly offend me. Neither of them offend me, or neither of them offends me. As you know, we can take them as both singular and plural. Yes. Talking loudly is rude. Singing loudly is rude. Not only talking loudly, but also singing loudly is rude. Not only talking loudly, but also singing loudly is rude. Yes, both of them are rude. I think talking loudly is rude. I think singing loudly is rude. Not only do I think, not only do I think, okay? Not only do I think talking loudly is rude, but also I think singing loudly is rude. Okay. So I think. Not only do I think, not only do I think talking loudly is rude, but also I think singing loudly is rude. Conditional inversions, you know them very well. First type, for example, with should. Second type with were. Third type with had. First type, if the Browns save enough money, they will buy a new house. Or should the Browns save enough money, they will buy a new house. Second type, if your father were younger than you, would you be happier? Or instead of saying like this, we can say this. Were your father younger than you, would you be happier? Would you be happier? This question because of would, not because of were. If the Frank A. Clark said, if the creator gave us everything we want, he would take back his biggest reward. What is it? That reward is that the pleasure of having achieved something. Pleasure of having achieved something. So, according to Frank A. Clark, it is the biggest reward of the creator. Yeah. The pleasure of having achieved something. I hope all of you will have achieved learning English and feel that pleasure, feel that the greatest gift of the creator. Okay. 10, dialogue 10, Mejnun said, if only you saw Leyla through my eyes. Yes. Exclamation mark. Full stop. If only you saw Leyla through my eyes. Who said, if I were not a sultan, I would like to be Ulabatlı Hasan? Of course, Fatih Sultan Mehmet said, if I were not a sultan, I would like to be Ulaanbaatar Hasan. Third type, if we hadn't telephoned them, they wouldn't have succeeded. Sorry, if we hadn't helped them, they wouldn't have succeeded. Or had we, you know this, had we not helped them, they wouldn't have succeeded. I regret that. Okay, I regret that I have bought those poor quality batteries, or I regret buying those poor quality batteries, or I think this is much better because it also expresses the completion of the action. I regret having bought those poor quality batteries. What do you regret? I regret talking a lot, or I regret having talked a lot, or I regret that I talked a lot about the rural life. Had you known, had you known that they were not in good quality, what would you have done? Of course, I wouldn't have bought them. Had I known that they were not in good quality, I wouldn't have bought them. Okay, if I had known I would feel remorse, I wouldn't have bought that full-blooded Arabian horse. Or had I known I would feel remorse, I wouldn't have bought that full-blooded Arabian horse. Now, let's have our quiz, 5-question quiz. This is a 5-question quiz, not questions, question. A 5-question quiz. Okay. Question 1. If only I if I hadn't eaten so much last night is enough. Yeah. If only, because it is if only close. If only I hadn't eaten so much last night. If only he didn't speak too much tomorrow. Only he didn't speak too much tomorrow. It is so hot and dry here. I wish I could go on holiday soon. Yes, it is one of the important exams in 1990. Yes, it is so hot. It is so hot and dry here. I wish I could go on holiday soon. I would rather be blank. I would rather, where was it? 4. I would rather, yes, I would rather we hadn't stayed out so late last night. I would rather we hadn't stayed. 5. Once you are chosen for your task, your manager carefully watches your performance over the duties entrusted to you, which have been entrusted to you, which are entrusted to you, or which were in the past, which were entrusted to you. Which one is better? Of course, it is the short form of all of them, but let's read it once more. Once you are chosen, so simple present tense, okay, is a rule. Once you are chosen for your task, your manager carefully watches your performance over the duties which have been, I think, is much better. Duties which have been entrusted to you. Now, the building vocabulary time, starting with drag. Drag, yes, means pull along forcefully, using force. Yeah. Roughly, pulling roughly or with difficulty, pull with force. Drag someone up or bring up a child badly. Drag someone up, mean drag up. Drag up a child. Drag a child up. Yeah, someone. Drag a drag a child up. Bring up a child or drag up a child. I think it is not a serious expression. It has a kind of joke in it. Yeah, drag up, drag a child up. Okay. Drag one's feet, walk warily or with difficulty. Drag one's heels, be deliberately slow to act. Arsonist is a criminal who intentionally lights, fires, burns property in a hostile manner, sets fire to property. Yeah, sets fire. An arsonist sets fire. Treat somebody like as something. Treat somebody like or as something. Behave towards someone or something in a particular way. The arsonist was dragged to the police car and then to the presence of the president. Why was the criminal dragged to the presence of the president? He was or she was dragged to the presence of the president as he or she was a spy of the enemy. Yes, in them. Okay. I dragged the chair forwards to see the speaker better. I drag the chair forwards to see the speaker better. Do you feel, do you see, do you imagine, do you picture the situation here? Yes, I drag the chair forwards to see the speaker better. Why did you drag your chair backwards? Why did you drag your chair backwards? I direct my chair backwards uh, to make the listener in front of me feel better, not to bother the listener, spectator in front of me. I am not treating you like or as a colleague. I am not treating you as a colleague, but as a friend. I am treating you as a friend. Who is treating Jahid as a writer? His father and mother are treating Jahid as a writer. Why are you treating your children like adults? Because experts say that treat your children as if they are adults, but don't wait for the behaviors of the adults from them. Okay. Whom can you treat as a translator easily? I can treat Mahmoud as a translator easily because his translations are always perfect. Diana has been thinking about taking up or starting one of the martial arts. What has Doris been thinking about? Thinking about doing to develop herself spiritually. Doris has been thinking about contemplating on herself and on the physical world, including the sky and stars as well. Okay, thank you. This is the end of our presentation, and I hope it is helpful to you, and I wish you a good day. See you next time.